Are you being audited? And do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Is the IRS threatening to take more of your money? Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. The IRS can freeze your assets and seize your bank accounts, but you can stop these IRS actions. The Tax Doctor will work with you using our years of experience to represent your case to help you get the best resolution under the IRS guidelines. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. We've handled thousands of cases, so we know what we're doing. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a Tax Doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mircha Basaraba.
And I'm Mara Hutchings, nurse practitioner. Welcome to Southern Tennessee Cardiology. Here at Southern Tennessee Cardiology, we offer a variety of testing done right here in our office. Along with our highly trained and skilled staff, we have the latest technology for cardiac stress testing, high-tech ultrasound, and cardiac monitoring. Whether you are experiencing chest pain, palpitations, or need clearance for surgery, Southern Tennessee Cardiology is here for your cardiac needs.
And Happy New Year, everyone. I can't be more excited for my first guest this year because we are fellow election nerds, government nerds.
We are.
And Frances is an author. And she's a teacher, and she's going to explain Civics 101 to us today because we've got elections coming up.
Yeah, we do. I'm excited. I like the election year. It's
do
fun. It's fun for me to teach it to students. So I always have a good time.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, what is that? Let's lay out the basics and go from there.
Okay.
What do we need to know this year?
A lot of people don't understand how a typical, this year aside, this is elections years, okay? You have to vote 3 times. And a lot of people don't understand why. I already voted for that guy once. Why do I have to vote for him again? And it dumbfounds me. So I teach this to my students in high school. I teach it a homeschool tutorial. High school students, I teach it every year. And every year my students go home and they tell their parents about it. And their parents go, I didn't know this. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to explain this to you. So the way I think of it is like a baseball season. Election cycle is like a baseball season. So you have the regular season, once you get through the spring training and everything, you have the regular season to start. And, as you go through spring training and your regular season, the teams start lining out. Now, it's important to remember that in baseball, you have the National League and the American League.
Ooh.
This is important.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay. So National League, American League. Basically, during the year, National League teams play against National League teams, and that's it. Now, once in a while, they'll do a crossover thing. Don't worry about it. Most of the time, it's National League against National League, American League against American League. Okay, so think of those two things, those two leagues, as the different, political parties. Republicans, Democrats, okay? So all the Republicans in a primary election, all you're going to see on your ballot are primary or are Republican candidates, or if you're in the Democrat Party, Democrat candidates. Those are the only one you see. So when I go to vote in a primary election, I always elect to vote in the Republican Party. So they put in the slot for me, and all I see, Republicans. They all have an R after a name. I know that. So then I basically have to pick the one which most aligns with my values. And remember, this is going to be at the national level, the state level, and the local level. I've got to pick the candidate, and we'll go back and dig through that in a minute. But I have to pick the candidate that most aligns with my values. Meanwhile, people who are voting in the Democrat primary are doing the same thing. They're picking their candidate. The person who wins that candidate, that election, is then those two are going to face off against each other in a general election. Okay? So we have to get through the primaries first. So I think of that as like, this is the National League Division Series, and this is the American League Division Series. That's what your primary election is. They play against each other. Somebody is a winner. They go to the World Series. The World Series is a general election. So in the general elections, I'm going to see both the Republican candidate and the Democratic candidate, plus any independents that snuck their way in. Okay, think of them as the wild card. Yeah, they're the wild card.
They're the wild card.
You're the wild
They're
card candidates. Yes, they
swinging.
can be a Republican, they can be a Democrat, they can be neither. They can be an anarchist, they can be a communist. They have an I after their name. It doesn't matter. They get in that general election. So then we have to come back a few months later after those two candidates have duked it out, much like the World Series playoff games. You have up to 7 games. And at the end of that, we pick the winner. Okay. So then that would be 2 elections. Why do we have 3? Okay. Because in the spring, we start out with local level elections. So in the local level, you're going to see things like your county mayor, county administrator, a county executive, whatever they call him in their county. Your register of deeds will be up. Your county trustee, the county tax assessors, school board members.
doesn't
Yeah,
do taxes.
our assessors run on the presidential election years. And let's see, the county clerk. Okay, there will be some court positions. Sheriff's office, things like that are all in the local. Those kind of things are local elections. They have absolutely no bearing whatsoever on state elections, national elections. These are the local people. And this is where I get dumbfounded with people. They will tell me, I've actually had people say to me many times, I don't worry about those county elections. I don't know any of them. And what does that have to do with me?
That is crazy.
These are the most important people you need to elect. These are the people who affect your day-to-day life far more than anything Donald Trump is doing in that White House. Far more than Marsha Blackburn can do at the Senate. My day-to-day life revolves around what my county level government is going to do. Mm-hmm. I need to make sure I know these people. And let me tell you this, you say, I don't know them. Well, that's because they don't have a $10 million budget to run for a seat that's going to maybe pay $50,000 a year. Nobody's going to do that in their right mind. So they have to make sure that they spend wisely. At best, though, they will have a social media account. Mm-hmm. If they're campaigning at all, I can look at your social media account. I can track that back. I can see your personal account out of that. Oh, your name's John Smith, candidate. Let me go look for John Smith without candidate. Let me see how John Smith has been in the past.
Ooh.
What's his opinion been on different things that were of local importance?
Ooh.
Yes, I can look at his Facebook feed, his Instagram, X. I can look at all of those and find out about this guy. And you know what else? I can call him. I can go to, if he's doing a town hall meeting or if he's out campaigning, if I see him in the local parade, whatever. I can talk to this person. They're real people. They live in your neighborhood. You can talk to them. They're regular people. Mm-hmm. So I talk to these people. I find out about them. If they are an incumbent or have been in office in the past, I look at their past record. That's public record. I can see where they stood on issues. And if I have questions, I can call them if I want to. Mm-hmm. So I'm not so worried about the letter after their name as what I find out. Remember, these are the people who determine things like, did the road get paved? How much am I paying for my property taxes this year? Do we have a traffic light at this location where we might need one? Because there's been 5 accidents there in the last year. That kind of thing. Are my kids doing well in their schools? Do we have a solid school board? Are we making sure that the teachers are getting paid what they need to pay, that the building is maintained well? All of those things that affect my day-to-day life. Mm-hmm. That's way more important to me than what Donald Trump did last weekend or what ugly tweet he sent out last month. I don't care about that. I don't like it. I don't have to read it, but I still have to drive over the pothole-filled road. That's going to affect my day-to-day life more. So don't skip those primary elections at the local level. This election's coming up in May, so first week of May. April is going to feel like it's 12 months long because this really is the only time people have to campaign. Honestly, it's just too cold to go outside before then. Mm-hmm. So April is going to be intense. Pick your candidate. I teach my students how to read those flyers that go out for candidate. Yeah, I teach them how to look at that. I mean, look at the pictures on it. Do they have a dog on it? This is a family man. This is somebody who cares about his community. Do all of their children look like Stepford children? Are they perfectly? Yeah, nobody's family looks like that. You might need to analyze that carefully. But the most important thing I think to look at who paid for that thing, because every candidate flyer that you get in the mail has to say paid for by, and then it tells you who it's paid for by. Look up that entity. Now, at the local level, a lot of them will say things like paid for by candidate or paid for by the campaign to reelect so-and-so for county mayor. Okay, it might say something like that. So figure out who that entity is, because sometimes, even at the local level, it might be an ineligible PAC committee that just barely filed in time or didn't file yet, but they still sent that. I know that firsthand. That happened to me. Yeah, two flyers were sent out to every mailbox in my district from an illegal PAC when I ran for office. I won anyway. But it cracked me up. This is illegal. How could I be illegal? And yet I did.
People do crazy things.
They sure do. Okay, so this is your local government. Now, that's the primary that you'll see in the spring and May. Local candidates are the only ones you'll see. So if you expect to go in there and see, Marsha Blackburn's, it's not there yet. It's not there yet in March. Now, we don't have a presidential preference election. So normally in a presidential election year, we will have a presidential preference election during that spring season also. And guess what? You're not voting for a candidate there either. You're voting for a name of a person who will pinky swear and spit shake that they're going to go to the national convention for whatever your political party is and cast their vote for that candidate whose name was beside theirs. That's a whole different issue. Have me back in 2 years and I'll explain it better. Okay? Are you having fun yet?
I love it. Bring it.
Okay, so then now that we have one Republican, one Democrat, and however many independents, they're going to run in a general election head-to-head. That election happens in August. While that election is going on for the local general election, then you bring in the state and federal level candidates, and they're going to have their primary. So this is when I'm going to see my state legislators and all of the candidates who want to run for state legislator in the one political party or the other political party. But I will only see my political party on my ballot, because again, in August, you have to declare I'm voting Republican or Democrat. These are the only 2 times of the year that you have to declare which political party you're voting in, okay? And that is only for the primary elections. The general election, I will see both the Republican and the Democrat for the county mayor seat or the county sheriff's seat, things like that. I'll see one of each and independents. And then I'll drop down to the state and federal elections where I will see all of the Republican candidates for each office, okay, because I want to vote in the Republican primary. So that's in August. So then those teams there are duking it out against each other. At the end of August, we know who our new county mayor is, our new sheriff is, all of those row offices. We know who they are. So then we go into November, and it's time for the World Series there. We have the one Republican candidate versus the one Democratic candidate and any independents. And so that election, because it's only a general election, you don't have to declare whether you're Republican or Democrat. So in theory, you can go in, and even though you've been voting for the Republican candidates all year long, you could, in theory, go in and vote for the Democrat candidate. If you feel that's the best one, you can. I hear a lot of people say, I don't vote for the party, I vote for the candidate. That's fine. But what I tell my students is, you need to know what you believe and why you believe it before you cast a vote. I've talked an awful lot. Do you need to say anything?
No, I'm just fascinated. You do need a drink of water because I could listen all day. You know me. I'm geeking out.
Good. I'm glad. Okay. To do this, I wrote about this in my book. I make a chart for every office that I'm good. And for me, at this point, it's a mental chart. I already know how to do this. But for my students, I draw out a chart, and I ask my students, give me 5 issues for a local level candidate that are the most important ones to you. I want a good road superintendent. I want somebody who's going to fill the potholes. I want to make sure that we are paying our teachers very well. I want to make sure that I don't get a wheel tax added on this year. Your 5 issues. What are the 5 most important issues? And remember, if this is for a local candidate, I really don't care what his position on foreign affairs is, because he is never going to cast a vote on foreign affairs while he is the local county commissioner. He's going to cast a vote on whether or not I'm going to have a wheel tax added to when I go to get my car tags every year. That's all I care about. Are you going to vote for that or against that? So then I list my 5 issues. Then, important, I list where I stand on those issues. Do I want a rock quarry 3 miles up the road from me? Yes, no. Where do I stand? So I write where I stand down. That helps me to know why I believe this. Why I think I should not have a wheel tax added, or I should have a wheel tax added if you're for that. Why? Then I start looking at those flyers I get in the mail and see, where does this candidate align with me on this? Does he say anything about, oh, he didn't say anything on this flyer. How about if I go to his social media feed, see if he says anything? I'm going to go to that town hall meeting he's holding, and I'm going to check it out. I'm going to run into him at the local wherever for a cup of coffee one morning, and I'm going to ask this guy, what's your position on this issue? I find this out about these candidates.
She is tenacious.
I am tenacious.
I would find the candidates as
you
well.
You don't get my vote if you can't answer to me. I mean, it's also important to remember Jesus Christ isn't on the ballot. That's significant. It's not on the ballot. You are not going to find the perfect candidate. I don't agree, though, with my husband on every issue. We've been married for 36 years. I love him, but he's wrong sometimes. God bless him. And so if I don't agree with him on everything, how am I going to agree with a guy on every single issue? That we're not. We're absolutely not. There is literally no candidate in office that I've ever voted for that thoroughly aligned with me. Even my very most favorite candidate did not align with me on one issue. Okay? Chad Matheny.
Love that.
I did too. So,
what was the one issue?
He was running a bill about physician-assisted suicide. He was running it on behalf of another statesman, a past legislator who was dying of cancer. And this candidate asked him, he said, look, I know it's never going to pass, but would you just please run this just so I can get the information out? And he agreed to run the bill. And because I worked at the time for a pro-life organization in Tennessee, I had to make an appointment. And I sat in his office. I said, this is where it stands. This is what my organization thinks. This is where we are. You're not going to get our endorsement. And he said, you know what? I completely understand why you wouldn't endorse me. This is why I'm doing this. The man came to me and asked me, and I agreed to carry this bill. It's not going to pass. I agree. But at the end of the meeting, we stood up, we gave each other a hug. I walked out the door, and I had permission to walk back in his office anytime I wanted to, because I knew the rules. You know, I can respectfully disagree with you, you know, and not change our personal position on each other. Loved him. Great candidate. Yeah. Great elected official too.
Just cared. Yeah.
He did. Yeah.
All right.
I've given you a lot of stuff.
No, I mean, gosh, because I want to hear it. I think communication is very important with candidates that are town halls, anywhere that you can get a candidate to talk about their vision, what, their priorities, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So all of our candidates in Grundy, and actually I've just gotten a Marion County one because we cover Mont Eagles, as you know, 3 counties.
Yeah.
To talk about XYZ. And so I'm going to come up with XYZ, and so they all have the same questions.
Right, yeah.
And they can prepare in advance.
Right.
Would you advise it that way?
Absolutely, I would.
Okay.
Because, let me just tell you, sitting in front of a microphone is hard. And whether you're in the room with people or you're in an empty room with a camera like we are, it's hard to just step here and talk. And really, it's 38 years of speaking in front of students.
She's amazing.
That is the only thing that keeps me going here, you know. I'm not great at this. I'm not nearly as talented, but you do this day in and day out.
Day in and day out.
What about the new guy who is running, he's been on the county commission seat for years. When has he spoken? When he's gotten a chance to speak? And now you're going to ask this person to run for a county mayor seat or a sheriff's seat or something like that, and you expect him to have his game on every second? Nobody can do that. Donald Trump can't do that. Nobody does that. That's why they need to take time and write out, this is what I believe, this is the order I want to say things in, and then they can get through and give you, it's not an opportunity for them to cheat. It's an opportunity for them to show you what their position is and how well they might be able to serve and where they align with you on your issues.
Could you like write up something for me that I can give out from your book?
Or you can just, get a
I
copy
could.
of the book. I'm not
That's
even
okay.
letting you this
I'm totally
one.
going to ask you. So, all right. What are we missing? What are we missing?
I think just, making out the chart and deciding what your issues are at the national level too. And remember, people don't understand when you say, okay, we need a traffic light at this intersection. Well, I'm going to call I'm going to call the White House about this. The White House doesn't know you need a traffic light at that intersection. They don't care. Think about the level of government that you're dealing with and make sure that the issues you want to talk about align with the issues that they will vote on, that they will cast a vote on in their legislative meetings. That's important. I'm dumbfounded at the number of people. I want to know how he stands on this one. They're never going to cast a vote on that. Whether you have paved roads, snow plows, whatever, the federal government can handle that. That's a local and state matter. So,
what else can a citizen do to better prepare themselves?
get involved in them.
Okay.
Get involved in them. One of the requirements I have for Student Eagles is that they get involved in some way in an election. I cannot tell them which political party. It's a nonprofit, and I adhere to that. So I don't pick candidates for them. I have never told a student, well, you should go and support that campaign. I tell you, you know how to research these candidates now because I just taught you that. You go research them, and then you make sure you know where you believe, where you align with those issues. Pick the candidate who most aligns with you, and then go support that candidate. Now, if you need me to call that candidate, whatever political party they're in, I will call them and I will set up a meeting for you to go and meet with them, with your parents, and see how you can best help their campaign. Or I'll set up a meeting for you and their campaign manager, depending on the size of the election. And several of my students have worked in gubernatorial, senatorial elections. I've had some students who have run campaigns for state level candidates. I've had students who've run campaigns for school board elections. Critical those school board elections, by the way. Make sure you get those. That is one of, if you've got children or if you don't, school board elections are so important. So make sure you're looking into those candidates.
We have 6 out of 9 of ours
are up for re-election right now.
We had a couple of that, and then so it's big, and we always go. And here's the weirdest thing, and I don't know if this happens in other counties. For as long as I've been back home, so it's been 20-something years, every 2 years, the school board changes sides.
Wow.
They go back and forthy, they get mad at something, and then they go somewhere else. Like in Grundy, we paid off, 3 or 4 superintendents at one time. Wow. Is it normal for it to be that volatile?
I've not seen that level of volatility very often. But then it's a local election, so they are hard to keep up with unless you live in a county or in an area where you can really watch that. But I've not seen that level of volatility where you switch back and forth that often.
Well,
every 4 years.
We have clan wars here. We're going to move on. All right. The other thing before you go, because I know you've got a time commitment.
Yeah.
All right. You are a teacher's advocate.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hardcore. You're also a homeschool teacher.
Yep.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
And now we have this voucher system that was a hardcore issue.
It was a hardcore issue.
What do you think about that this year? Where are we at with that?
I'm hopeful.
Okay.
I just have to believe that this is going to work out the best for students. I don't think it will. I've not seen it be highly successful in many other areas, but I'm hoping that there's some X factor we don't know about that is going to come up in Tennessee and make this truly effective. I have to be hopeful. What's the alternative? Yeah, I have to be hopeful that this is going to work. Well,
how can we, like in Grundy County, we have no debt. And now we have to start making, it's a big deal. It causes a lot of pain, but it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So now we can make some smart decisions going forward, hopefully. That's the deal of the day. What do you think about middle school? So that is a big topic of discussion among our school board members currently. and it's probably should be because it's been around a long time. We are K through 8, and we're high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're debt free.
And we're debt free.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how crowded is your K-8 school?
Yeah, it's pretty crowded.
Yeah. Boy, I sure like the idea of a middle school there.
Really?
I do, and I'll tell you why. I used to teach. I taught for 8 years in a public school system, and the last 6 of those years it was at a 5th and 6th grade only school. Okay, 5th graders are sweet when they walk into my door. They're just so sweet. And I was the music teacher too, so they just thought I was the most wonderful thing. And they're, "Hi, Miss Arthur, we just love you." Well, it was so cute. And then they would go home for the summer and come back as 6th graders. And over that summer, it was like all the hormones set in. I'm not saying anything bad about the students because they're not. It's just suddenly we have raging hormone issues that they've not had to deal with before, and they don't know how to manage those. And I'm just saying, not every kid that happens between 10 and 11 years old. It doesn't happen that way for everybody. But boy, that was a more often than not issue. Okay, so if my 6th graders were here, my 5th graders were here. What about when those kindergarten students see those 6th graders and the 7th and 8th graders who are, more in their own little zone with more hormones? They're just different students. And I love that. That's one of my favorite age groups. I love them because I know what they're going through. I know what they're going through. And I just want to love them anyway. They're just precious. And yeah, and by the time they get into high school, we've got the hormones and they kind of can manage that and navigate it. But that issue of going through, let's just call it what it is, puberty, going through that time, that's a rough time for kids. And they need to be loved a lot, but they need to be loved away from people over here who are still cute and sweet in kindergarten and 1st grade. And yeah, so I'm not opposed to that 6th through 8th grade level. I understand the value though of having the K-8 and having them all together because the big brother can look out for the little brother and things like that. And so I'm going to say what I think is really the most important here is that your community knows your community the best. And they know what is going to work best for their families here. And at this point, I still think that, and you can call me out if I'm wrong, that Grundy County is small enough so that families know one another and we know, oh, that kid needs to go home with that big brother and, oh, it's okay for this big brother to go and check on that little brother. Their dog died last night. All of this stuff. You have that kind of closeness and community bonding here in Grundy County that frankly you don't have in most other counties. But you still have that here. So I can see why a K-8 would be more valuable at this juncture. That may change. So I'm going to have to say, you've got to do what's best for your community. And that's why I really hope that Donald Trump can end the Department of Education at the federal level.
Oh my gosh. Because
the federal level has absolutely no business telling the people of Grundy County how they need to operate their schools.
Amen. Right.
It has to be local government doing this. And this, again, is why your county level government seats, the school boards, those are so important.
And and the hard thing, and this is for the candidates out there, because I think February the 19th is the deadline for our local papers to be done, is it's a tough row to hoe to run for office and be in public office. The public is pretty brutal.
Yeah, they are.
And
that's why I did not run again.
Yeah, why would any sane person?
Right. I think we're really too mean to candidates at large. And even once they get elected, we're really too mean to them. And how we can extend that grace to them when they're just, the guy who sits 2 pews back at the church. And so we're going to give him that grace. And then suddenly we elect him to office and he's not doing everything perfectly. He didn't do everything perfectly before either. Jesus Christ isn't on the ballot. He's still just the guy who sits 2 pews back. And so we need to extend grace to these people. And one of the early lessons I learned when I started shadowing legislators at the Capitol and working up there through Eagle Forum was never, ever threaten a candidate. Never, ever threaten a government official. It will not serve you or them. It will not help you to get your point across. Also remember, in both the federal Constitution and the state Constitution, you have a right to petition your government for a redress of grievances. That's sitting down with one another over a cup of coffee in a pleasant meeting where, again, like I did with Joe Matheny, we're not going to agree on everything, but at the end of the meeting, I want to be able to go back to him and shake his hand and, frankly, be in a position where I can tell him about Jesus. And if I chewed him out the day before and yelled at him and told him what a bad job he was doing, I wouldn't have that liberty to go back again. So never make threats. Be honest. Be clear. Frame your message well, and be polite. Whenever you're dealing with those people, those officers, those elected officials, speak to them like they're human beings and like you'd want to be treated. That's it.
Because aren't we supposed to be, as a local, because getting it back as local as we can, because it affects us more,
it does.
is we look at leaders in our churches, we look at people who have a track record of XYZ
Right.
that we're looking for, that there's a continuity of moral compass. It's
There
always
is.
a good thing.
There is.
And that it's just like, I can tell you anything you want to hear, but where's your background? That goes back to research. So
Yes,
that's where we're wanting our
research.
leaders to grow up from,
Right.
and we have to quit being so ugly to the people who do take
Yes,
and
we
say,
do.
I'm going to help.
Yes. How can I help you? And so that's why, I have my students help candidates to get elected. I've actually had students on two sides in a primary election. They were working for two different candidates.
Wow.
Yes, I was so proud. I couldn't stand it. So I thought both of those students, and it was just a small, minor thing that separated them, but the students found the issue that was important to them, and they campaigned for their candidate. You campaign for somebody, and then they get elected. All you've got to do to get an audience with them is make a phone call and say, hey, hi, I'm Jane Smith, and I helped you to get elected. Can I sit down and talk with you about whatever this is?
And they will.
They will. You helped them get elected. They love you.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, it's so cool to think that, of like Trey Hargett, Jason Mumpower,
Yeah.
that whole dynamic that happened with the takeover.
Yeah.
And it does matter, and you don't,
does
and that's how I feel about Marcia. It's just the heavy lifting. There are people that when there was how many Republicans in a phone booth up there, and it matters.
It does matter. Support your candidates. Once you elect them, they're still human beings. And if nothing else, they still need your prayers. They really do. And if you're a Christian, you're called to pray for our candidates anyway, because when they have peace, they will provide peace for their nation, and I will have peace. And I like me having peace.
Oh gosh, pieces. And all right, so the very, very last thing I want to ask Frances before she goes, she's a sassy now.
I am. I love it so much.
Her first one.
My first grandson, and he's the most beautiful thing ever.
Sassy. Where'd y'all come up with the name? It's perfect, by the way.
Yeah, well, in my spare time, I'm a competitive ballroom dancer. And so I just couldn't see me being called grandma. Not that that's a negative term. I just don't feel that for me. I mean, that's certainly what I called my grandparents. I called one grandma and one Meemaw, and, and so, sassy just seemed to fit me. So I'm sassy. And at least if he can say it whenever he begins to speak, he's only 2 months now. So it'll be a while before he speaks.
So both of, if you guys can remember from previous times, both of her sons are fabulous warriors.
They are two of the most amazing young people I've ever been around.
How can they not?
I can't even believe God let me raise those sons. It's just amazing that He gave them to me.
And they're they're different in the same at the very, like Ben's hilarious.
It's
and
hilarious.
That's who gave her a grandchild. We're still working on David.
David is a character in and of himself. David will tell you exactly what you never will wonder where you stand with David.
He rides a horse down at the border.
Yes, he's a horse patrol officer.
He's a horse patrol.
He rides through the desert on a horse with a name.
And what's Ben Day? I mean, he's been deployed how many times?
He's been deployed, I think 4 times that I'm allowed to know about. Yeah, because he does some other stuff that I'm not allowed to know about, and I don't want to know about. But yeah, 4 times, and yeah, he's working at a government contract job now, and does National Guard, and then he's still scuba diving and cleaning a couple of boats and for the Coast Guard in Brunswick. And
It's so good
yeah,
with those kids.
they're amazing young men.
I was telling Francis my fond memory, and this is the faith of this young man. Him and David are just hilarious.
They absolutely are.
And Ben was hiking the Fiery Gizzard Trail.
Yep.
One I think it was spring, summer. I don't know
Yeah.
what it was. And you have to have someone at the end of the Fiery Gizzard Trail take you back to where you parked.
That's important to know.
It's
before you get on it.
important to know.
He didn't know it.
And he may have not known it. May have said, he's like, Auntie, you just threw it up. I get this call or this text. I'm like, hey. I mean, out of the blue, like just trusting that I'm going to be around to pick him up. And I picked him up because he's your baby.
Yeah.
And so here we go. And he's just living his best life.
He really is. I have never in my whole life seen anybody who is sitting right smack in the center of God's will the way Ben and David Arthur are. It's amazing. And they're both living their best lives. Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, hopefully we'll have you on again. This is going to be a really wild
It is going to be a wild
year.
elections that year. Yeah. And I'd love to come back and talk more about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Because you're raising the fine humans. All right. We're going to go on a quick break. Thank our sponsors. We'll be right back. As always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I'll see you in a minute.
In Paul's letter to the Romans in chapter 10, this is a difficult part. Many of you might know this section. Paul would write this. How then will they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how are they to believe in him of whom they have never heard? And how are they to hear without someone preaching? And how are they to preach unless they are sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of those who preach the good news. This portion of Paul's letter to the Romans is situated in a section that details how the message of salvation is for all peoples, Jew and Greek and anyone else. It's for everyone. And in it, as we've just heard, he's going to quote the prophet Isaiah. Let me read for you the full verse that Paul quotes. That's Isaiah 52, verse 7, which reads, how beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him who brings good news, who publishes peace, who brings good news of happiness, who publishes salvation, who says to Zion, your God reigns. See, in the day of Isaiah, they were in exile. They were going to go into exile. This is towards the end of the book. And it was looking forward to a day when a messenger would come forward to God's exiled people and proclaim that the captives have been set free, that the exile was over, and that the Lord reigned. What's the Christian message regarding Jesus of Nazareth? What's the gospel? Oh yeah. It's that captives have been set free from sinful corruption, that the exile from God's presence is over, that the Lord and his Christ reign sovereign. May your feet be the beautiful ones that carry this good news to others. We think of preachers as being the ones who stand up on a Sunday gathering. Really, preachers are those who carry the good news, ears to listen. I send you, go share the good news. I'm J.D. Cantrell, a member at the Montego Church of Christ, but really I'm just a guy who loves Jesus, wants to follow after him. May you do the same. May you be
Tracy Clinic, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City, specializes in family medicine. Nurse practitioner Devin Land Lampley is now seeing patients. Call today for an appointment at 592-4242. Open 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday. That's the Tracy Clinic, 592-4242.
Sequatchie Valley Electric Cooperative is here to serve you in your business or in your home. Pay your electric bill in the comfort of your own home with SVEC's new online billing service. Wouldn't it be nice to know in advance how much to budget for your electric bill each month? Visit us at one of our convenient offices or go online to www.svalleyec.com. Sequatchie Valley Electric, providing electrical service to over 33,000 homes and businesses in all or portions of Bledsoe, Grundy, Marion, Sequatchie, Coffee, Hamilton, Ray, and Van Buren counties in Tennessee. SVEC, staying up with today and working for tomorrow.
TennCare's new diaper benefit helps our youngest members and their families stay healthy and happy. If your child is younger than 2 and has TennCare or Cover Kids, they can get up to 100 diapers every month at no cost. To get diapers, visit a participating pharmacy. You don't need a prescription. Just show your child's pharmacy card at the counter. For newborns without a card, you can use the parent's pharmacy card. The pharmacy staff will check to see if you qualify and help you get up to 100 diapers for a month. TennCare will cover a variety of diaper brands and sizes to meet your child's needs. You can find a list of covered brands on the TennCare diaper webpage.
Diapers are available at Mike's Pharmacy, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City. That's Mike's Pharmacy, 592-9190.
Piggly Wiggly, a supermarket chain since 1916, operates more than 600 locally owned stores, including the Monteagle location that now stocks the largest selection of fine wine, domestic and import beer in the area. Piggly Wiggly's farm fresh fruit is a sweet deal at everyday low prices. Piggly Wiggly stocks carefully selected, always fresh vegetables from the common to the unusual. All of the organic products we sell meet strict USDA guidelines. The Pig has a large meat department that to this date custom cuts and wraps its pork, chicken, and certified Angus beef to your request. Certified Angus beef brand is a cut above USDA Prime Choice and Select. With a large dairy selection of fresh milk and cheese products and your favorite drink products, you will never go home thirsty from the Pig. Visit the Piggly Wiggly Deli and put in your order for an outstanding selection of cheeses, salads, and deli meat products from Boar's Head brand and more. Be sure to check out our weekly special circular for great deals. That's the Piggly Wiggly of Monteagle, Tennessee.
At the Caverns, you can tour a cool cave, listen to live music underground, or just camp under the stars. It's homegrown fun deep in the Tennessee hills. Check out what's going on at www.thecaverns.com, where the destination becomes the journey. Dr. Eric Scholl of Scholl Chiropractic Clinic is proud to serve our community from his new office at 16 First Street in Monteagle, right across the street from DuBose. Offering trusted, effective care for all ages, including spinal decompression, dry needling, infrared therapy, shockwave therapy, and they even have an on-site x-ray. Come see what a difference it makes to feel good again. Call 931-924-4869 to set up an appointment today. Tracy City welcomes Trackside. Open 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located right across the street from Roundhouse Park in Tracy City. Come join the crew in saying, who has more fun than us? All right, we're back. Yay. Man, so that was a good year. I'm ready for 2026. It was a good year. It was great to be low key and lounged until like 7 in the morning. So I was thankful for that little bit of a break. But we're back. It's back in action. Basketball. I've got to get an update on all that, what happened while we were off. But they're playing tomorrow night. They're playing Coffee County, and that's at GCHS. And so that is 4:30 JV, 6 o'clock girls, and 7:30 boys. That's what it is. All right, we've got that going on. I have no idea what the rest of the stuff is. I've got my 2022 thing. Oh, I know. The winners of the Festival of Trees were first place. let me get this right. Oh, overwhelmingly, Heather's Voice. Mandy Griffith did that in honor of her sister who unfortunately died of an overdose, and she there's a lot of heart and soul of people, pictures of folks that had passed on from overdoses throughout the year, and it's just, or in the past, I'm really not sure how it all goes back, but it was a very, very moving tree. So she won. I mean, it was overwhelming because I pretty much everybody who lives here is touched at some point, somewhere, somehow by addiction. That was beautiful. So congratulations on that. It was a beautiful tree. Second was Highland Church. Everyone loved the angel wings. It was the angel wings. Now that mirror was super cute too, but it was really well done. That was second place. And then there was a tie for third place, Town of Tracy. I mean, you just can't go wrong. Very classic. It was beautiful. And then Plainview Church. All the ornaments were made by the Sunday school class, and Brandy Hargis Henley put it up. She's a very competitive. She's sick, and I need to put her on the prayer list. They all came in for pictures, so I'm getting pictures of all the winners. And so they came in. Natalie brought in the Sunday school class, and it was so cute. And so we took a picture. It's all on Grundy County Historical Society Festival of Trees. It's a very long Facebook. But anyway, find those. Super cute. Epiphany's tomorrow, so the takedown for the trees start tomorrow, 10 to 4, through the rest of the week, 10 to 4, and then Saturday's last day, hopefully last day, I mean, you know. And that's the 10th, and that's 10 to 2. So it's free date takedown time. Thank you one and all for the experience. The next thing on our docket is 10 to 50. So America's 250th birthday really kicked off now. You're going to be seeing a lot. Our birthday is 4th of July, 250th year. Who would have thought we were still going to be around? Is it 200? Yeah, I was really young for 200. So there's a lot. There's going to be a lot of focus on birthdays and history and things to celebrate from our history. Tennessee is giving out grants. Has already given out grants. I received one. The Tourism Partnership received one, and it is 9 living history events. They're taking each mayor pick the cemetery, and then she has someone in charge of that project, and they choose 10 of the people in that cemetery that have affected our history, American history, somewhere in there that represents that community and that the history of here and of America and Tennessee and America. So you've got 9 of them. And then I just hired Val Nunley to be the coordinator for this project. It's fully funded, no match. It's basically free money. You just have to celebrate history, and I'm super, can't go wrong with that. Jennifer Matthews from the Sewanee Theater, University of the South Theater Department. She's signed on to help, and so many people have already started. Val is so great. She's got a master's in herding cats, and we are graduates of Leadership Grundy graduates of 2004. So I have utmost respect for her skills and her daughter. Plus, her daughter just went as a freshman at UTK, and she's got empty nest syndrome, and I need to keep her sane so that she needs another focus. And she loves history. So anyway, that's that. You'll be hearing a lot more about that in the project ahead. That's all I got right now. January, I don't have anything in my birthday book. I did see several. I'm not going to go backwards because there was a bunch of days that we were not off. Hopefully, Happy New Year, everyone. Hopefully, all of us made it out alive. I know we're here, super excited. Let's see. Let's go to birthdays. Tina Brett. Happy birthday, Tina. I grew up with her in the church over at Methodist Church, and she is, I think she's still managing over at Mikasa. Anyway, happy birthday to Tina. Kim Henley Kennedy, someone at Nunley Sanitation. Happy birthday. Bria Meeks. Happy birthday, Bria. Jeff Meeks. Angie Wilson. Emerson Wilson. Terry Faulkner. Cody Parsons. Hey, buddy. Happy birthday, Cody. Kristen Griffin. J.B. Bennett. Oh, and speaking of elections, Mark Goines. He is known him forever, and he is the. Does it show here what he's doing? Well, anyway, he is in charge of our elections. Like Secretary of State Trey Hargett, then the Division of Elections goes down to Mark Goines. So Mark Goines implements and does all wonderful things, and that's why we're so great. All right, let's go prayer list. We started a new one. Do my little pen. Here we go. We started a new one, and if we need to add on, like I said, I talked to Brandy Henley, and she said it was the worst flu that she's ever had in her life, basically. It's a booger. So I'm going to put her on a prayer list until I think she should be good. She said she's on this side of it. All right. We're going to continue to pray for baby Barron. Leslie, we need to find out if Leslie's on this side of it. He was hurting pretty bad with this whatever is going around. Then our couples, Charlie and Joyce, Paul and Karen, and Charlie and Sue. We're going to continue to pray for Mark Crabtree, all the sick folks, and then William and Brad Dickerson. They're just not doing very well, and Miss Clendenin is just concerned, and we are going to keep them on that prayer list. Also, I'm going to always continue to pray for Miss Stola. The treatments seems going to be forever, and it's just hard. She's tough, so I'm going to just continue to pray for Miss Stola, and then Miss Linda, just because. Lord, thank you for allowing just that we're here today. Lots of trying times, lots of sickness, lots of unforeseen happenstance issues that are going on. But we're on the new year. We are looking forward to the new year and the new light, kind of like we do at Easter, the fresh time to rethink things. And we're just so thankful, most importantly, for you in our lives. If you don't mind, just an extra bit of hug and light for the folks on our prayer list, especially Miss Dola and Miss Linda. And we're just so thankful. Thank you. We keep on trying to be the best that we can for you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, let's go to the phones. Let's see who our first caller is for the new year. Who is it going to be? Morning.
How are you, Michelle?
The first caller of the new year, Lily. Way to go. Way to go. Well, we survived.
Yeah, we did survive for another year, and we probably will to another 2 years.
I hope so.
Well, I know we will. Yeah, I hear you say something about Leslie there.
Yeah, have you seen him? Has anyone heard of him?
I seen him Wednesday.
Oh, good.
Tracy Martin.
Oh, good. Okay. How did he say he felt okay? Did you say hey to him?
Yeah, me him talked there for a little bit.
Good.
Didn't know type. So.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. And we have not heard from our McMinnville folks, Shirley and Clarence. Who else haven't we heard from, Lily?
I think there might be some we ain't heard. I know we hear from Charlie and Joyce, and we hear from Charlie and Sue. We hear about everybody except some we ain't heard.
Yeah, I mean, there's some, yeah. Anyway, I think I've got to, do you remember their phone number? Was it 931-668-9217? Was that it? Do you guys remember?
I don't remember.
I feel like it's in my head.
It might be. The only numbers I keep on my mind, so the the number to dial, my number, cell, Barry's number, highway department, and, people's numbers I do know. Some other numbers I might not know who.
Do you remember Misty's phone number?
I got hers, but it's still to her Salesforce box. But I hadn't heard from her since Tuesday. Was that Dollar Tree one in? So she called me. So I got back home. I did her call Tuesday, and they did her call me on Tuesday night. So I did heard from her. I hadn't heard from her last few evenings and towards the weekend, and she was off Friday, and she went down Saturday. So.
Yeah, no, they probably went somewhere. I know Carly's got to head down to Miami. I wonder if she went down to Miami.
That's what I was thinking too. I said, they might be under with Hardy now, didn't her now.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I bet if I were a betting woman.
Oh yeah, well that make both of us.
Okay.
Now.
Did you watch any football? You guys, Steven, did you have a good time watching? I mean, did you win?
I didn't win.
You had a good one? Okay. I don't understand it all. Eric explains it to me, but we had some good, like Aaron Rodgers pulled it out last night, which is that was amazing for the Steelers, right?
I say so. The only thing is playing now is basketball.
I don't do basketball. Steven, do you do basketball? Yeah, you do.
The big people that have been in their old high school or gyms, and our Tomax too.
Well, the high school, our high school basketball folks are amazing. They're hot and heavy right now. All of them look good.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, happy Monday. Anything I need to know?
I got those. Sometimes I just want to tell.
Oh, is today the day for a check? You already gave them the blood, though, right?
Yeah, Tuesday. So that don't checkups or red level every time is.
All right. Well, hopefully, when you call tomorrow, that we'll know if you passed the test.
Yeah. Well, they always tell me red level, sugar, whatever.
Have you been keeping your sugar under control?
Yeah. I will eat dinner time or something. I won't eat just supper time. That time.
Sure. Yeah. All right. So your sugar's been good?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Sugar's, I mean, that is a common denominator. Everyone seems to get it at some point.
Yeah. But now, I will check. Sometimes, it'll be Sandy, something, I will eat, sweet or something to keep it up, type of it. Eat those separate.
What do you try to keep it at?
Somewhere towards 79, 80.
Okay. You don't go lower than that, do you?
No. Now, if it is down to 60, now I will eat it or something, keep it picked up.
Yeah, because that gets scary. All right, well, anyway, Happy New Year. Did you have a New Year's resolution?
Well, I bought me some red top peas couple of days ago. I hadn't fished it yet. I may do that.
Well, you've got to eat it on the day of. I think that's the whole theory on it. I had my plate. I got it from Hank's. I did not cook it.
Yeah. So only thing I have to do to it, and if put some bacon in it, cut it in tough pieces, and salt that.
That'll be good. All right, buddy. Well, Happy New Year. Hopefully we'll talk tomorrow. I'm going to go.
January 30th, that'll be the last day this month for January, won't it?
Well, let's just take a gander, Lily.
I looked up mine 3 minutes ago, and I said the 30th will be the last.
Alrighty. Oh, this has all these fun things. Yep, giveaway.
Yep. So I thought I better.
No, that's good. Thank you.
That way we won't forget. So you do look pretty this morning, Miss Hale.
Well, thank you. I had to because Francis was on. Francis deserves a little bit of thought on what to wear.
She looked nice this morning too.
Frances always looks nice. She is. I want to be her when I grow up. Anyway, hey Lily, you have a wonderful day.
I will.
All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, see you. Bye. Morning.
Good morning.
Whoa, Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
All right, everyone made it out alive?
We did.
No, play. All right. Anything I need to know?
I don't know of anything right off.
Well, that's good. Everybody's not sick, right?
That's right. No, we're not sick.
All right, knock on wood on that one. Praise.
Thank the good Lord for that.
Amen. Whatever's going around has been hard.
That's what they said.
Yeah, so let's just keep on keeping on. Where's the old man?
I'm right here.
All right. 581 409 83. All right, I've got it down. What do I need to know?
I don't know.
All right. Somebody said that there was some a large boom over by Cannon County and people said it was tannerite. Does that sound about right? Did you ever blow up with tannerite?
I've heard it before.
Okay, and it sounds like it shakes the house kind of thing.
Oh yeah, it sounds like dynamite when they shoot it.
Now you can get that legally, like you don't have to have a whatever explosive something or another.
You can buy it.
You can buy it just off the shelf.
That's what they float this pallet out up here at Farmer at time.
Is that what they used?
That's it. That's what I heard. Someone said you heard that thing go off and said it was fire. A thing went down through the woods.
Oh my goodness.
Close through that pallet. And said it went down that creek down through the woods. You could see it.
Wow. So that's all that big deal of that road was tannerite.
That's what I heard now.
Oh, that makes me kind of mad now.
Yeah, that's it. I told you.
Is it all fixed now? I haven't gone over there lately.
Yeah, it's all been fixed, but it took them 6 months to do it.
It took them forever to do it. Did they fix the back roads? Where, everybody had to go around?
They're the same.
Are they the same? I think those need to be fixed, don't they?
It's awful, buddy. Them roads up there is awful.
Yeah.
County have to fix that.
But that was from the... Wow. Okay. All right. Right on. All right. What else do I need to know?
No, nothing right now.
All right. I love it. Are you happy that you don't have chickens?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I got a donkey that makes up for everything.
Oh my gosh, yes. Hey, do you know Misty, Roger has his own TikTok channel? Yeah, I mean, I don't use TikTok, but I clicked on it from Instagram, and there's Roger. That little thing is so ugly, it's cute.
Oh, I know, right?
It's just, you can't help but just go, ooh.
You got that? You still got it?
She still got them.
Well,
I still have them. She painted them, I think, pink for Halloween. She dyed the poor little thing. She totally abuses that dog with fun. He is going. He should, because he's so flippin' cute. He's so flippin' cute. Anyway, well, all right. Well, you guys have a wonderful Monday. Happy New Year. Let's have a great one.
Are we gone?
I think. Are you guys going? Well, Happy New Year. Oh, they must be going through the $3.99 or something. Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, thank goodness, Leslie. Well, are you on this side of it?
I'm trying to get there. I got to go to church yesterday. I come back home coughing last night, so I don't know if I'm on this side or just in a limbo.
Well, you don't feel as bad as you did last week, do you?
No, I feel quite a bit different than that.
Because you sounded horrible.
Yeah, I was horrible. I'll be honest with you. I was.
You were weak, and it just, you sounded horrible.
Yeah, top of all that, I stepped out there to break up a fuss going on in my yard. I stepped on toys these kids left, and fell backwards and hit a trash can I got here next to where I sit, and I hit my head against this thing, and it just seemed like where I was weak and everything, I just couldn't hold my balance.
Holy cow!
Yeah, it's always something going on. The devil's trying to fight me so hard.
He does that.
Yeah, but he's not going to win. He's a loser.
No, he's not going to win.
He's a loser.
Yes, he is. Amen. Well, do you want to continue on? I mean, it's been a hot minute, but shall we do Ezekiel? Is there anything that we need to know before we do that?
No, there's a lot of prayer requests going on, and there's a lot of needs going on. We need to remember everybody out there that's going through sickness and suffering. There's a girl, the church, the girl's daughter. They were at a wedding yesterday, and her husband flipped her, and she fell over his shoulders and landed on her back and her head. But they got flew to Erlanger, and they said there wasn't nothing bad. So, but thank God for.
Oh. And who was it?
Janie somebody, I can't remember.
And she got married, and her husband threw her over.
It wasn't her that got married. It was Brother Bill's daughter and Waylon. They got married, and they were having a reception.
Wait, are you talking about Waylon O'Neill?
No, this is another Waylon.
Okay, another Waylon, and they got married. All right, because I think Waylon is on his way to get married too.
Yeah, is that right?
Well, they are very happy. I wouldn't be surprised.
Of course, she married Raina Brisbane.
Oh, okay.
She's 18-year-old. They're on their honeymoon up toward around North Carolina.
Oh, and she.
They have a search journey.
Oh. Well, goodness, that's a way to start your marriage.
Yeah, good New Year.
That's
I forgot about the wedding, but they sent me an invitation, but I didn't get it. I hadn't been to church, so I didn't get it till yesterday, and it's already over with. So.
Sure.
Well,
Well, you were sick anyway. I mean.
Yeah, I couldn't go. I couldn't drive Chattanooga no way, so or where they was having it.
Sure. Well, happy wedding. I think that's wonderful. New people, new young couples ready to start their life.
Yeah, new life going
on. All right, where in Ezekiel are we?
Yeah, we're still at 16.
All right, 16, because it's been a minute, Leslie.
Yeah, we're going to be in 23 down to 29.
23 to 29.
Yeah.
All right, reflection. All right, Leslie, I'm ready when you're ready.
This is for Israel multiplied their whoredoms. I hate to say that word, but that's what's here.
What's it called?
Whoredoms.
Whoredoms.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass after all thy wickedness, woe unto thee, saith the Lord God, that thou hast also built unto thee an eminent place, and hast made thee a high place in every street. Thou hast built thy high place at every head of the way, and hast made thy view to be abhorred, and hast opened thy feet to every one that passed by, and multiplied thy whoredoms. Thou hast also committed fornication with the Egyptians, thy neighbors, great of flesh, and hast increased thy whoredoms to provoke me to anger. Behold, therefore, I have stretched out my hand over thee, and have diminished thine ordinary food, and delivered thee to the will of them that hate thee, the daughters of the Philistines, which are ashamed of thy lewd ways. Thou hast played the whore also with Assyrians, because thou wast unstable, yet thou hast played the harlot with them, and yet couldst not be satisfied. Thou hast moreover multiplied thy fornication in the land of Canaan unto the Chaldea, and thou was not satisfied therewith. So there's nothing they did to satisfy them from what they really need. They just kept on getting deeper and deeper in sin and ways that there's
You just couldn't. All right. Any thoughts on that?
kind of like where we are today. We're never satisfied with what we've got. And God's given us everything we need. And we just need to thank Him for everything He has given.
Yeah.
They forgot where God brought them from. God brought them out of bondage. He brought them through the Red Sea, Jordan. He brought them through everything. And yet here they are forgetting what God's done. He told them, he said, write these words down on your signpost of your house, over the lintel of your door, and teach it to your kids. But they failed in doing that, and the kids started getting more transgressions, more sin in their life, and so they grew out of the knowledge of God into more of sin than they should have.
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. Anything in your Bible?
No, I don't have anything on that. But
All
if you don't teach your kids the right way, they grow up to be heathens.
Yeah.
I'll just be honest with you.
Once they hit puberty, they're gone.
Yeah, you need to bring them up while they're young.
You do, because it's, as Francis said, it's on like Donkey Kong once puberty happens. All right. Here's what Ted says. Ultimately, Ezekiel, blah, 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 ultimately teaches that sin does not satisfy because it was never meant to. Only covenant love, faithful, costly, undeserved, can restore what restless hearts keep trying to replace.
Yeah.
And God is the answer.
Yeah, it's just a sin compounded on sin is what it is. It just, you get worse and worse all the time. It don't just stop at one thing. It just keeps on. And just like a snowball running downhill.
Yeah.
It just keeps on gathering. And sooner or later, you're out there in no man's land. I have no way of returning except God wake you up somehow.
Oh, and He does.
And He does.
Yeah, He does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you. Happy New Year. I'm glad you're on this side of it. I sent you a message. If you could just remind the Baker's Chapel bunch that the tree goes down sometime between Tuesday and Saturday.
Well, I can send Sister Deb a text and tell them.
Yeah. Just it's 10 to 4, Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturday. So they got plenty of time whenever. Whenever.
Yeah, well, they got a ladies' meeting Saturday, I think.
Okay.
That week, but I don't know. It's something to start new. They're going. We got some things coming up. I have to get a detailed list of it. We got a lot of things coming up. I know in May we're going to have a family and friends day sometime in that month.
Good. Okay.
Special singers come.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And this will be the first time I've been there since they've had a family and friends day.
Huh.
So we're expecting good things to happen.
Well, that's wonderful, Leslie. Yeah, if you don't mind, they got plenty of time. Just needs to be down by Saturday.
Yeah, we're expecting God to move it.
Amen. It's going to be a great year.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Glad you're on this side of it.
Too.
All right. See you. Bye. Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Miss Evelyn, what is on your mind today? Happy New Year.
Well, Happy New Year to you. Well, I've heard so many mention different things like diabetes and gallbladder, and I just would like to say again that there are a lot of, excuse me, people here that have Indian blood, and people who have Indian blood are predisposed to have gallbladder, diabetes, and thyroid diseases.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Are you serious?
I'm serious, yes.
Well, that makes sense.
And nearly everybody in my family has had thyroid disease.
Wow.
Really hypothyroidism.
And thyroid runs everything in your body.
Oh, yes, it's a master gland.
Yeah.
And my youngest son had Graves' disease.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
And that is unusual for a woman to have, and more unusual for a man to have.
Wow.
But it was discovered he had fallen and hurt his wrist, and I continued to say, you need to go get that checked out. That's kind of a precarious place, because he hadn't been to the doctor. And when he went, the doctor found it, and he had to be zapped.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
And they said nobody could get within distance of him unless more than 4 feet, and now they will not allow them to be around anybody when they have to be zapped with radiation for that.
Well, wonderful. Well, anything else on your mind today? Happy New Year. I'm just so glad to have a new year.
Oh, it is wonderful to have a new year. Yeah, there were 2 or 3 other things. One thing I found, a poem came up somewhere. I got on a link, a thread in Facebook that brought a poem. My notebook disappeared, my notebook with my poems in it.
Mm.
And the only way I can collect them now is when they happen to come up on Facebook.
Okay.
Or something like that. It just...
That's my scrapbook. I mean, that's what I use it for.
Oh, I tell you what, most of these were the ones that had the Werner name on my poem, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives me pause for thinking. Maybe I shouldn't, but it does.
Right on. All right.
Always wonder. Another thing, we had a family pet we had to send over the Rainbow Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
I had kept the dog 2 years after my granddaughter Kate was born, because the dog belonged to Micah, who was the older son in the family. And I'd had the dog about 2 years, and they were talking about getting him another dog. And I've also found out that he wanted his dog back.
Oh.
I said, oh, you can have the dog back. And just lately, the last time I was there visiting, his name was Nigel, and he lay down on his back for me to rub his stomach.
Oh.
Admitting to me that you are still a master.
Oh.
And,
oh, that's...
of course, he had a symptom of something. If he got a chance, he felt a loosening on the dog rope that I had him tied with, not a rope, but the dog leash.
Mm-hmm.
He would pull loose and just take off running. And I don't know what caused that, whether it was a symptom of something he had, or it was just from some trauma early in his lifetime. That's what I thought.
Yeah, it happens.
But that was something that happened again and again. But anyway, it seemed that he had a seizure, stroke, or something, and he got better, but then he got worse. Of course, they prayed over the dog when he had a seizure and he came back, but then he had relapses,
mm-hmm.
and was not a polite dog when he had the relapses. So
yeah, no. Well, I hate that. Anytime. I mean, they don't live forever either. So
true, and a dog, it does not just have instinct. The dog can think.
Mm-hmm.
And the dog can love you. Mm-hmm. I remember when my dog Sassy died. I'd had her about 17 years, nearly. And just before midnight, she barked, and she was letting me know that she did not want to leave me.
Oh.
But she did. In just about an hour, she was gone.
They're wonderful companions. Well, let's pick up tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful Monday, and we're going to have a great New Year, Miss Evelyn.
I hope so. Well, that's what makes the dog a family member.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
That he can think and he can love.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I agree.
Protect, and that makes him a family member.
Amen. All right. Well, hopefully we'll talk again tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, Miss Evelyn. See you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, it's so sad. Morning.
Morning, Ivor.
What are you doing, Granny?
Well, I just laying here. I listened to that guy talking about having bladder trouble.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, God, I've got that, and they done a test on me for that.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, and kept me about 2 hours. They played music and all this stuff and run me through about that. And they finally figured out, said that it wasn't bad enough right then to do anything for it.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. That is one of the painfulest things that I think anybody could ever have.
Yes, ma'am.
It's on my right side, but I'm not going to hold you up no longer, Crowley, probably. But anyway, I feel sorry for anybody that's got that trouble.
Well, it's horrible. It's a horrible pain.
Oh, it is awful. But anyway, we got suffer so much pain anyway. But I can't figure out why they're saying it wasn't bad enough to do anything about when it was bothering me. Why did they even take to test me?
I mean, seriously, if you're not going to do anything, can't you just take that thing out?
Right, I don't know why. But anyway, I'm still suffering with it. But anyway, it's got a problem that we him and all that bunch of stuff concerning. It makes you nervous too.
Oh, I had what are you gonna? They're gonna wait until it has emergency surgery ready for it. I mean,
I don't know. Well, me though, I've got so much wrong with me till I don't know if I'm going or coming. Anyway, but anyway, I just gonna wish you happy, whatever it is.
Whatever it is, Miss.
But anyway, I'll get on you and let somebody else get on their home.
Oh, Granny, I always love talking to you. Thank you so much, and Happy New Year to you. Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
That's grit right there. Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, Charlie. Hey, Joyce, what are you two up to?
Been watching TV, watching you, hon.
Good. Well, how are we this new year?
We're doing pretty good so far.
Doing better, off and on.
Okay. All right. It's in the right direction.
Yep.
All right. We had our food, though. We had our New Year's Day food.
Yes,
absolutely.
Okay. All right. Then we're good. We're going to be great. It's going to be a great year.
I hope so.
I do. Anything I need to know today, kids?
Blake Meek's on the prayer line.
Who?
Blake Meek.
What? Anything we need to know?
He's a diabetic and had neuropathy, like to get in his feet.
Yep.
They said he's got it in his head.
What?
His daughter, Shakira Meek, she had to go to Nashville today to have another test, run on her head.
Yeah?
I forget what them things is in her head.
But there's something in Blake Meeks' head?
No, his daughter.
Oh, his daughter.
Shakira.
That's right. So he's got sugar issues.
And that neuropathy, or what do you call it?
Yeah, yes, I know exactly what you're, neuropathy.
Daniel Crabtree was telling Jackie Henry about it.
Yeah, hold on, let me see if I can spell it. Neuropathy.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Sakura has the, something in her brain.
I don't know which aneurysms or what they are. There's whatever it is, but I'm not sure.
Gotcha. All right, I got those both down. Thanks for letting us know.
She had to go back to Nashville this morning for more tests.
Oh, my goodness. All right, well, I hate that. You know that.
Yep, but her and Blake's been going to church up, I say Cotton, Brother Matthews.
Yeah.
Going to church, but he was baptized here a while back up there, and that's great.
That is wonderful. Well, that's a road to recovery right there.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. Well, all good news as far as I can tell, except for Sakura's. Well, it's good news.
Yeah.
And we're gonna pray them. They're on the prayer list.
Yes, we thank you, hon.
All right. You bet. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
See you. Bye. Yay. All right. That is it. I do not have any guests tomorrow, I don't believe. So it'll be just us. We're going to start doing candidate interviews. Every candidate in Grundy and I guess Marion will get one free interview. And I'm going to come up with a list of things that they can prepare in advance so it's so much easier about it. And I think I'm going to start those February the 19th. That's the final day that everything is due. So I'm going to start February the 19th unless something changes my mind. We'll start having candidates on for local elections. So the May primary elections. So whoever's in the May primary qualifies. They'll be able to do one free 20-minute interview because we want everybody to know all the candidates and what they want for Grundy County. And so we're just going to open that up to the process. Advertising season starts, so you're probably going to start seeing candidate ads. And then also we have a reassessment year. So Daniel, who is not, oh, that's the other thing. So Daniel, who is not running for reelection, his election is in 2 years. He can come on. It's an update. We have a reassessment year. So there's lots of information that's going to have to be shared with that. So Daniel's can come on out. But Mayor Brady has got to suspend his weekly updates, unfortunately, and I love those. In TV broadcasting, it's equal time for candidates. So if if Mayor Brady had continued to do his weekly segment, then we would have to give equal time to all the other mayor candidates, and it just would get crazy. So. Just to be on the safe side, Mayor Brady is good. He totally understands and agrees that we are not going to have a weekly update from Mayor Brady starting now. But they do get one. They do get that one interview before May, and before early voting. So it's a short window, and I've got to go work that out in my calendar. So any elected official currently will not be able to come on, someone who's going to be in the local ballot, or in the August, I guess it would be the same thing, whoever qualifies as a candidate, because they qualify at the same time. So by February, whoever qualifies after now, who qualifies, they will no longer be able to just come on and talk about their office. So just trying to navigate this whole process, make sure it's fair, make sure that we get all the information that we can about candidates. If candidates want to get information to you, we would like to be that one of those opportunities so that you can get to know our candidates. So that's just kind of some housekeeping, etc. We're going to start doing our new sponsors for the year, and et cetera, et cetera. So it's going to be a great year. We're going to see you tomorrow. I'm going to spread joy and sunshine wherever I can. And as always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I'll see you tomorrow.